I'd like to just say a few introductory comments before we get this party started tonight. I'd like to thank our participants that applied for the inaugural program, the Minority Business Development Program. This has been a strong class top to bottom, and Thomas and I have thoroughly enjoyed working with you all over the last 10 weeks or so. You have put in the hard work, and tonight it's time to shine. So don't be nervous. You've done this for 10 weeks, so we know you can come through tonight. I'll announce the order in just a minute, but I'd like to thank our sponsors that have made this happen. PNC Bank has been a multi-year supporter of our minority business programs, and we're very encouraging of us starting the development program to focus on entrepreneurs with conceptual ideas. And Hancock Whitney Bank joined us in this inaugural effort to support such a worthy program. And it would not be possible without their generous financial support and partnership. We thank them very much. I'd also like to thank the judges that are on the call tonight that I will introduce momentarily for taking time out of their very busy schedules to be with us tonight. Our mentors that we incorporated this semester, Christy July, Mel Washington, and Gwen Pennywell. We appreciate their efforts. And last but not least, Thomas Nelson, my partner in crime here. I could not have done this without him. That is for sure. So thank you, sir. So at this time, let me introduce our judges. These are folks that have achieved quite a bit in their past professional and entrepreneurial journeys. Dr. Valerie James is actually the CEO and president of Vision Spot Consulting Group, which is not an ordinary business management consulting firm. She is really about developing genuine leaders that are focused on performance driven outcomes. And we were very fortunate to have her in the Minority Business Accelerator class in the third cohort. So she is a graduate of our program and is also embedded in other areas in the ecosystem, such as a mentor for the Real Advice Mentoring Program. And I just heard recently she is one of the new tenants there at Innovation Portal. So Dr. James, thanks for being with us tonight. Our second judge, Karita Cohen, is the Vice President of Green Magic Landscape. I would also say she's probably co-founder on that too. She and her husband, Larry, were also graduates of the Accelerator program in the cohort 3. They are transforming their business. And I know you're busy. You've just been admitted and are participating in Emerging Leaders this semester and part of the RAMP company group. So Karita, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And then last but certainly not least, Dr. Alvin Williams, who's our interim dean here in the Mitchell College. He's also, God bless him, serving as chair of the marketing department in quantitative methods. He is the consummate professional. He taught and served in administrative roles for many years at the University of Southern Mississippi, and we are fortunate to have him with us leading our college at this time. So Alvin, thanks for taking your time, because I know you got all that spare time to.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
So thank you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share the order. This was random selection. So I'm going to share the order of our pitch presentations tonight, and then we will get started. So Asia Drake with Hair Therapy LLC will be first in the order, mobile delivery of wigs, extensions, and lashes. Second in the order tonight, Calvin Martin with M&T Technologies, IT service provider, will come second. Third in the order will be Ico Pickering, whose company concept is monthly, which is period underwear. Next in the order will be Tiffany and Tyrone Lucas with Lucas Realty and Restoration, transforming blighted neighborhoods. Karen Hansberry will be in the next position with Blueberry Hill Candles, a candle making business. And then bringing us home tonight will be Roderick Quinney with YouWroteIt.com, an online community providing support, recognition, and prize money to aspiring and practicing artists. So that's the order for tonight's program. Do we have any questions about anything before I just review the format? Okay, perfect. So each participant will have up to 10 minutes to present their pitch, and we will we'll time those just like we have in the past. And then the judges will have 5 minutes of Q&A and feedback for you. Thomas is going to put you into the waiting room, and we're going to bring each participant in one at a time, so that Aisha, you'll be first, and you'll stay in the general room, and we'll bring each in independently. Okay? All right. Good luck to all of you. We're excited to hear your pitches tonight. A great culmination of your efforts.
Everybody, there's reminders in the chat, so you can have your chat open if you didn't write down the order or whatever. We'll see you all back here in a bit. What am I missing?
Let's see. I think that's it, buddy. Unless there's somebody I can't see.
Okay, they showed up finally. I was one short in the waiting room, but it just took a second for it to switch over. All right. Do you have anything for the judges before we begin?
Just briefly, you all have the evaluation rubric that we sent to you, and you can use that to assess each person's pitch. Afterwards, when everybody's gone, we're going to put you in a breakout room. Those quantitative evaluations are just a starting point. It's really most important to get your collective qualitative assessment through discussion and deliberation. We're just looking for a top 3 in the prioritized order. And you'll let Thomas Nelson know what that order is once you've come to a decision. And then we will bring everybody back in the general room and announce the winners for this evening's competition. Do you have any questions of myself or Thomas before we start?
No, I just printed mine out, but I want to go get it. Can I go get that real fast?
Yes, ma'am. You sure can. Yes.
Right. Thank you.
There we go. All right, all right, all right.
Thank you.
There's Valerie. Valerie, you good?
Good to go.
Perfect. Okay. Thomas, you ready?
Yeah, so it's hair therapy, so it's Aisha.
Yes, Aisha is first.
Let's bring her in.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Aisha. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hello.
Do you want me to share my screen with your pitch deck? Is that why you sent it to me, or are you going to share it?
I would like to share.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. You just let me know. I'm getting the timer ready now.
Okay.
Okay. You can proceed anytime you would like, Aisha.
Yes, sir. I'm screen sharing now.
Okay. Perfect.
One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay. You've got it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisha Drake. I am the owner of Hair Therapy, LLC. During my time in the United States Army, I unexpectedly had brain surgery. After surgery, I was paralyzed in my right leg and I was bald on the left side of my head. I felt terrible, but I found options to still feel beautiful. Hair enhancements were my new best friend. Hair Therapy is a mobile wig and hair extension provider. Our clients may conveniently shop and look amazing as a reward. The problem's worth solving. Women seek an alternate solution to their natural hair. They have limited time to shop at brick and mortar locations, especially if you're a busy mom, a teacher mom, or a business owner. Some patients have medical illnesses that prevent travel to shop. Beauty supply stores offer low quality products and terrible customer service. I mean, as soon as you walk in the door, there's no one there to help you. And rural areas have limited access to shop. Our solutions at Hair Therapy are, we offer multiple selections of hair enhancements. We offer dedicated personal customer service. We have store traveling options. That means you have to go nowhere. We bring the store straight to you. You may be at work, at home, at a party with your girlfriends, anything, we bring it to you. And our hair may be reused several times, up to several years. Our target market, we have 3 customer segments. Our first segment are women ages 18 to 65. Our second segment are women ages 65 and above. And our third segment are persons with disabilities or illness. Our competitive landscape. Our top competitor are local beauty supply stores. Our solution is better because we offer a mobile solution and premium quality products. Our second competitor are e-commerce platforms. Our solution is better because we offer dedicated personal service and delivery. Our third competitor are small business owners. Our solution is better because we offer advanced knowledge in business practice. I am seeking $35,000. $14,000 is for the mobile unit or truck. $6,500 is for the vinyl wrap or advertisement. $6,000 is for the interior remodel. $10,000 is for my initial inventory and packaging. I have personally invested $1,632 in inventory, and I personally have saved $4,297 for the business. My sales channels, we offer direct selling and on-site shopping. We have e-commerce, pop-up shops, intermediaries, and local salon owners, and the USA's largest trade show, the Bronner Brothers Show, which features multiple hair manufacturers and salon business owners. Our marketing activities include social media and ad campaigns, a booth at trade shows and pop-up shops, local news segments, TV and radio commercials, and word of mouth networking events. And the more you network, the more you get referrals. My financial projections. We are expected to generate $87,000 in revenue in year 1. Our revenue streams include 3-tier wig subscription, priced by the length, a single wig purchase, and we're expected to gain 5 customers per month, 2 per month with the subscriptions. We have bundles and extensions, 2 customers per month, lash purchases, 2 customers per month, a membership appointment program, which will be implemented in year 2, which the program secures your spot for your appointment on a weekly or monthly basis. And insurance billing. So if you have a medical condition, alopecia, cancer, chemotherapy, stress, syphilis, those things all cause hair-related hair loss. And the doctor can approve you. And insurance companies cover the cost 80 to 100% of the wigs. And with our subscription service, we have a 2% churn rate. Our expenses in 2021, which this is not a complete calendar year, we're projected to start the business in June. Our expenses are the truck, the remodel of the truck, the vinyl advertisement, gas for travel, and marketing advertising expenses. We're expected to grow 10% each year. And we are expected to generate $16,000 profit in year one. And that's obviously going to be low because the truck costs $14,000. Our milestones, we have our LLC formation. We have our business license. I project to launch the website in May. And I would like to establish our Facebook and social media accounts by May 20th. And I would like to develop a idea called hair hype. And when Christmas comes up, everyone likes to go look nice and buy new hair. Mardi Gras comes around, everyone needs to go and get that new look. So I want to have times where I launch new products, and I want to call them hair hype. And if it's Christmas, it'll be Christmas hair hype. Mardi Gras, we'll call Mardi Gras hair hype, and so on and so forth. The team and key roles. Well, I am the owner and founder. I do not have any employees currently at the moment. I am a retired disabled veteran. I am a mother. I am a Black woman. I am an entrepreneur. I am a motivator, and I am a leader. And I am right for this position. I work very hard at everything I do. My partners and resources, Mel Washington is my counselor at the Small Business Development Center, and they help me plan my business and move forward in business. I am a veteran. The Veterans Administration has put me through college. I've gained my bachelor's degree in business administration at the University of Mobile. So I am an alumni there and at Bishop State Community College, which both facilities and everyone on this slide offers further support for me to benefit my life and my business. And the Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce and the Growth Alliance Task Force. I am from Youngstown, Ohio. I live here in Mobile. I don't know anyone. I don't have family or friends like that. I have met over 300 people from being a part of the Growth Alliance Task Force, which that will significantly help me grow my business. And last but not least, the University of South Alabama and the Minority Business Development Program has helped me further write this plan and will continue to help me in my business. And that is my presentation. I am now going to open it up for questions and concerns.
Okay, judges, Asia, thank you so much. You came in under at 7 minutes and 47 seconds, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to come back on the screen.
I will turn it over to the judges for Q&A and feedback.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of great presentation,
Thank you.
in the story. There's a lot of competitors out there in stores and, you know, the different shops and different things like that. How do you plan to be able to show that your product is different and better than others? You talked about your social media platforms and getting out that way. How will you allow them to be able to see that the quality that you're offering?
Well, I personally will have the hair on hand versus if you shop online. And I plan on doing these videos, live videos, where I can show you the hair. For example, I'll have a bundle and you can see that it's bouncy and that it looks really good just by doing this. And if you would like to schedule, instead of having to drive to the store, you can schedule with me. And that is my competitive advantage, is being able to be mobile and bring the product to you, you know, and then you're not stuck with it if you order online. You can look at it and say, no, thank you. And you can choose someone else if you would like.
Thank you.
Well, Asia, I just have one basic question. You've looked at this and it's a great idea. It's interesting. What do you anticipate your biggest hurdle will be in terms of reaching your goal with this new venture? You know, we all
Yes,
think
sir.
about what we do. So what do you personally see as your biggest hurdle to overcome in terms of being successful?
My biggest hurdle and barrier to entry would be customs and tariffs. Excuse me. I am importing hair, and I have meetings with people in China and India. And if they put restrictions on importing the products, that would definitely hinder my business. The products here in the United States aren't as good of quality. So that answers your question.
All right, thank you.
All right. I have a question. On one of your slide decks, you were saying that the age group was 18 to 65 or 65 and older. What about under that age? Are you going to have products for people of all ages, or is your market just going to deliver between 18 and 65?
No, ma'am. My company will deliver to anyone that would like to purchase hair. I originally, when we started these presentations, my customer segments were, the first one was working executive women. And then the second one was I had persons with disabilities. And if I do it like that, then it's like, what about the people that don't work? So I made an adjustment 2 days ago to do it by age group. And I also can get more statistics when I do it by age versus women that work. And there's a lot of women that don't work, but still want to look nice. So I had to do that by age group. Now, I will cater to, I know, like young girls get braids and things like that. So when I introduce the loose hair, and the braiding hair, then I will more, market more to the younger ages.
Okay, any other questions, judges? All right, Aisha, thank you so much. I'm going to give you a hand.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Zane. Do I know you from Startup Weekend? Is that you?
It would depend on when it was.
Okay.
You do look familiar, though.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Aisha,
Thank you.
Aisha, Zane may have been in I-Corps the same time you were.
I believe so. Oh, that's where I know him from. I-Corps. Yes.
Yes.
That was it.
Yes. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you.
Okay, Thomas, we are going to be ready for our next presentation. So Calvin Martin is next with M&T Technologies. Calvin?
Hello, Calvin.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
Doing fine. How you doing?
Doing fine. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You let me know when you share your screen when you're ready. We're going to do the timer like we have in the past, and
Okay.
you'll have up to 10 minutes, and then we'll turn it over to the judges for Q&A.
Okay. All right. All right. We can go ahead and start it. So this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can go ahead and start it now.
Okay, Calvin, I see a picture of your beautiful
Yes.
coffee table.
That's correct. That's part of the point. So first of all, good afternoon, guys. And before I start, my presentation, I would like to start off with this small clip, and then I'll branch off into my business.
All right, guys, no insurance talk on beach day.
I'm down.
Yes, please.
Don't get me wrong, I love my RV, but insuring it is such a hassle.
Same with my boat. The insurance bills are through the roof.
Be cool. I wish I could group my insurance stuff. The house, the car, the RV.
Like a cluster, an insurance cluster.
Yeah, I doubt that exists.
Super fun beach day, everybody.
If you want.
Okay. I know you guys are probably wondering, what is that video about? Why did he share it? Well, to be honest, That video reminds me of myself, or flow, I should say, remind me of myself, because for the simple fact that I am passionate about what I do, even when I'm not at work. If I'm on family vacations or just anywhere outside of work, I'm always finding myself talking about my business or just what I do, and as my in my career. So that was kind of the reason why I wanted to start off my presentation with that clip. Flo is always somewhere marketing, progressive, and she's just all over the place, and she's passionate about what she does. So that's kind of my motto as well. Just kind of without the waitress gown. So to get started, guys, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Calvin Martin. I am the owner and founder of M&T Technologies. My team consists of me and my coworker currently, Terry Tolbert, who would be my senior systems engineer. We currently work together at Continental Motors, and we've been working together for about 3 years now. This has been a plan way before I met Terry, and we just actually, put our heads together to kind of say, hey, let's go into business for ourselves, and why don't we just, start supporting companies of our own as IT service providers. What do we do at M&T Technologies? Well, I'll explain that to you. M&T Technologies, we are a managed service provider that manages a business IT infrastructure and or end user systems remotely or in person. I'm pretty sure everyone on this call has an IT person that works remotely the majority of the time, or if they don't, they're somewhere isolated until they're needed, or they submit a ticket. That's pretty much how IT works across the board. What are the problems we're solving, or what are the problems we're working on solving with M&T? Businesses experiencing long downtime, the need for 24/7 access to IT professionals, lowering the cost of IT services companies compared to competitors, lowering the cost of IT services compared to our competitors. What are our solutions to those problems? IT issues solved in minutes, not hours, offering 24/7 support, low cost and reliable service. So the target market in Mobile for my segment is it's about 2,500 businesses in Mobile alone, just Mobile. And the businesses that we're seeking are a bit small businesses such as doctor's offices, lawyer offices, dentist offices, logistic companies such as FedEx and UPS. On average, the most we're looking for with professional businesses, just to start off, since it'll be just me and Terry, the first year of 2022, are businesses with less than 25 or more, with less than 25 PCs. So 25 being the max. We're not trying to support heavy, bigger businesses because we're not there yet. So we want to focus more on smaller businesses right now, which will make it more easier on us to manage, and we'll be able to, in all respect, with the size of the team, we'll be able to just manage them better and give them quality support, as opposed to trying to bite out too much more than we can chew. The competition, there are a few to name. There are more than this in Mobile alone, but these are kind of like the ones that's like the key players that I know of personally that I'll be competing with, heavily. To start off, you got Momentum Services. My advantage over them, I believe, will be the fact that I would offer 24/7 support. Currently, they do not offer 24/7 support. At 5 o'clock, it's pretty much they're shut down for the day, and you would just have to wait. That ticket would just have to wait for the next day. On the other hand, you got Comply Safe IT. With them, I believe my advantage would be that we'll give more attention to the smaller businesses, like I was mentioning in my segment. We're going for smaller businesses, and that'll be my focus. A lot of small businesses don't get that great attention for the simple fact bigger businesses it's no secret, are paying more for IT support, but sometimes you can get crappy service because the fact that you're small, these companies feel like they're not making the amount of money that they should, so they're not going to really give you that full support. Not saying that Comply Safe IT does that, but they focus more on bigger industries. And lastly, you got Harper Technologies, and I believe my competitive advantage over them would be offering the same quality of service, but also at the same time offering lower prices. The funding needed for my business. I estimated that the funding needed would be between 3,500 and 4,000. Basically, I would like to use that money to start off with inventory consisting of miscellaneous items such as keyboards, mice, RAM, solid state hard drives for the customers, for the simple fact they'll be paying a subscription fee every month, and sometimes they may not have issues. So I feel like for the most part, why not offer these guys, free items like this free of charge. If anything breaks or whatever, we'll bring it out to them, no charge, because you're pretty much paying for our services throughout the month. And I feel like it's only fair for us to, provide those kind of items to you free of charge. So, and also the other half of the funding that I'm asking for would be to cover company expenses. So I've already reached out to my insurance provider of what kind of insurance I'll need for this industry. Also, and the softwares that I'll need. Pretty much everything really came up to close to about 3,600 for me to be able to pay off the items that you're seeing listed up for a year. That extra funding would also help me to not worry about those kind of expenses for the first year, and I can put mostly of my profit back into the business and just let it sit in an account. That way I'll be kind of like a year ahead in advancement on funding. My financial projections for 2022, I'm looking to obtain 3 businesses, and those total for those 3 businesses, the total amount came up to of how I would charge would be around 50,000. My expenses and costs for that year would be 29,000, and the profit would be 21,000. I got this question the last time I presented this, and the guys, they were asking, well, how are you going to survive on 12,000 a year along with your partner? Well, the goal is we currently work for IT, where we work as IT analysts, and 95% of our work is done remotely. So I don't believe that any of our work that we're doing for my business would interfere with Continental Motors. For the simple fact, I work from home the majority of the time. So it's really like I can go outside at any time of the day, spend 3 hours in the yard, and nothing goes wrong. So why not use those 3 hours supporting my customers on my end? Eventually, I'll come to that crossroad to where if the business grow enough, I can be able to cut ties with Continental and I can branch out on my own. But for now, we'll be still working our normal jobs, and 12,000 is what we'll have each, for ourselves. What's my milestones? By October the 4th of this year, I'm looking to have my software purchased and install the software as needed for my business. By November the 15th, I'm looking to have my inventory ordered for the customers, such as the mice, keyboards, and etc. And by February 7th, I'll start seeking businesses. I would not like to do that in January for the simple fact I know it's the New Year's. No one is really, working at that time. We're coming off, like I said, the last year of 21. So I want to kind of give businesses, time to get back in the office and start reviewing contracts. That'll be around the time that contracts will be up for renewal, and I'll start seeking out customers. In this industry, pretty much all IT providers share the same partners and resources. Mine, and in this case, as you guys will see, will be Microsoft. You got CitraNet, the local internet service provider here in Mobile, Comcast, the same, and CDW, who's also a reseller for computers, printers, and any other technology. That pretty much, ends my presentation. I would say, not only myself, but on behalf of my classmates here, we all got one goal in mind, and that's to branch out and run our own business. And hopefully someone gives us an opportunity and shot just like those kids tonight that's about to be drafted. You put in a lot of work, and now it's time for it to pay off. And I believe I can do it because I already do it, just unofficially. So this is my passion. This is my dream. And it's always something that I dreamed about doing myself. And big thank you to Dr. Mosley and Dr. Nelson for helping us these past 10 weeks. I've learned a lot, and I really appreciate it. So thank you, guys.
Galvin, we've enjoyed working with you. I can say that Thomas and I both have. Thank you very much for that. Good presentation. You came in just under the time limit. Good job on that.
Yes, sir. I was kind of watching it on my phone.
Yes, sir. Proud of you. I'm now at this time going to turn it over to the judges to ask questions and give you feedback.
Thank you. He's muted, Dr. Mosley.
Alvin, you're muted.
Yes. All right. I thought you made some good points, Calvin, on market segmentation. Are there other market segments that you might want to pursue, as moving forward?
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you mentioned that, or asked that question, Mr. Allen. As we grow, I'm looking to hire more technicians, but right now what I'm looking to project to make, I won't have enough to pay another senior analyst. Right now, that is low for a senior analyst, and they'll tell you. But as businesses grow, we will, or as we grow and I'm able to hire more guys, I will be seeking out a business like a Continental Motors that I can support 300 more employees. So yes, sir, I will be, eventually moving on to different segments. But right now, I just want to start small and try to keep it under the amount that I know I can handle for sure.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I actually have a question. Good presentation, Calvin. How do you, how are you going to find clients? How are you going to target clients? How are you going to seek the clients that you need to find to grow your business? Do you have a plan of how to connect and engage with the clients that you're seeking to find?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, of course, I'll use social media platforms, but however, my method is kind of different, and I didn't list it because I was hoping that question would come about, and I should have probably put it at the end. But throughout my 10-year career in this, I pretty much been kind of, I want to say this like humble as I can. I work with guys, for instance, that went on and became managers of bigger businesses, and they're mostly in charge of say-so of who they hire with IT and different contracts. So building relationship with those guys just throughout my years, and also some of these guys run small businesses. So for instance, we got one right across the street from us. He was let go because of COVID. So I pretty much kind of base my business, or getting my business out there, based off of people that I worked with in the past and word of mouth, and they just kind of know me and I know them personally. So I think that's a stronger connection for me, is the fact that we worked together in the past, and I know quite a few guys that I can reach out, even if they're not managers. They know people that know people. So we live in a world, sometimes it's all about who you know, and that's kind of what I'm basing my my marketing off of.
That's a great answer, Calvin. Building those relationships is indeed important. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have one question. I know you came up with the $4,000 amount as a resource. How did you come up with that amount as your bottom line, or that would really help you propel to the apex of your potential in this?
So if you guys can see this, here's sort of a snippet or a screenshot of how those numbers came about. So if you look, my inventory came up I added the number of items that I want to buy the first year, 10 of each, and that number came up to about 1,600.
Calvin, I need to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I believe you think you're showing us something different than what you're showing us. We're seeing your partners and resources screen.
Okay, let me stop. I'm sorry. Let me stop sharing that. Sorry about that. All right. Where she go? Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Better.
Okay.
All right. So this is kind of like what I put together, and I tried to be as accurate as I can with the vendor that I know of that I can kind of get the best deal on, and goes back to my thing of just trying to build relationships with people. But anyway, the items that I looked to order, which is inventory, mice and keyboard, I wanted to order 10, RAM, solid state hard drives, all that came up to about $1,600. And also below, you got my insurance, and that's a total of $1,381 for the year, along with my software, which comes up to $920. So the total came up to $2,000. Well, if you add those two together, $3,951. And like I said, that funding would kind of give us that cushion to go ahead and pay these expenses off, because IT really don't have much expense. I won't need a building. I work from home the majority of the time. If the customer wants me on site, I'll be on site. So that just kind of give you a snapshot of how I came about for my numbers, and close to that 4,000 for fund.
Great, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Calvin, we're going to put you back in the waiting room and bring in the next person.
Thank you.
So we'll see you at the end of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next will be Aiko Pickering with monthly. And here she is. Hello, Aiko, you're in.
Hello. Let me just move my to the right is charging.
Okay, are you ready to begin?
I am.
Awesome. Okay, I have a timer going. You have 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Awesome. Hi everyone, my name is Aiko Pickering. I am the founder of Monthly Menstrual Underwear. So the problem in the menstrual underwear industry is that they're expensive, they lack treeness, and they're not gender inclusive. There's nothing worse than trying to find a sustainable product and you go to look and you see that most underwear costs upwards of $30 and you need 5 to 10 pairs to last your entire menstrual cycle. That kind of discourages you from purchasing this sustainable product. So Monthly solution is to offer menstrual underwear, both panties and boxer briefs, that are up to 50% cheaper than current market leaders and are both trendy and gender inclusive. So we will offer menstrual panties and boxer briefs, as I just mentioned, in various cuts and prints and a range of sizes at an affordable cost, varying between $15 and $20. For each pair sold, we'll also donate a portion of our profits to charity. While we will be a for-profit scalable entity, we will have a portion of the 1% of the profits going towards fighting period poverty in the South, because we aspire to be a socially responsible business and a potential benefit corporation. So we've done some customer discovery. As you can see, 53% of the people we've spoken to are between the ages of 18 and 29, 40% are between the ages of 30 and 40, and 6% identifies trans, gender non-binary, gender non-conforming, or another part of the LGBTQIA+ community. What we have found is that most are interested in trying menstrual underwear and sustainable products in general. The younger consumers that I've spoken to want to try menstrual underwear, but they're very intimidated by the high prices surrounding these products, so they don't end up purchasing them. There is a dissatisfaction with the non-inclusive and not discreet marketing of menstrual products and a call for better branding in the menstrual industry in general. And over half of the interviewees tend to lean towards purchasing from brands that give back. So taking a look at the market, the menstrual underwear market is forecast to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 29.4%, bringing it to $768.8 million by 2026. Additionally, North America is the largest consumption place of menstrual underwear and hold a market share of 36.6%. So this is the right place at the right time to be entering the market as a new menstrual underwear brand. 800 million people menstruate daily. While we don't expect to convert all menstruators in the world, we have found a significant market for this product. So there are about 61 million people in the United States buying disposable menstrual products. Of those, 20.8 million are between the ages of 20 to 29. So that's our largest target market, and it's also the market with the longest buying life cycle for these products. And that's important because these young consumers are choosing to purchase sustainable and purpose-driven brands more often. Additionally, market studies are showing that there are environmental concerns surrounding disposable menstrual products such as pads and tampons, and that in itself is moving consumers to now choose eco-friendly substitutes due to their sustainability and cost effectiveness, such as menstrual underwear. And lastly, the menstrual industry in general is not inclusive. Over 11,000 people have expressed the need for non-gendered products via petitions. So I know that Monthly's accessible pricing, trendier designs, and gender inclusivity will attract those falling into this 20.8 million group, as well as those looking for inclusive products, especially because of the current pull towards sustainability and purpose-driven brands. And I believe that women in this age group of 20 to 29 will be the early adopters of our product. So let's take a look at the competitive market. So the top industry leaders are NYX, Thinx, Ruby Love, and Dear Kate. And of those, NYX and Thinx have the largest market shares. So their underwear ranges between $24 to $44, but it mostly comes in above that $30 mark. They do sell a considerable amount of underwear though. NYX sold over 85,000 pairs of underwear during their warehouse sale last year. So what I'm taking from this for Monthly is their marketing their marketing ways. So the founder of NYX attributes her major success to Facebook targeted ads. So what I'm taking from that is that Monthly has to have a huge and very large reaching social media campaign across Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And so that's what I've learned from the industry leaders. But what differentiates Monthly from these industry leaders is our commitment to having affordable price point, our non-gendered products that make us far more inclusive than these industry leaders right here, our overall design and branding, and our effort to help alleviate period poverty here in the South. And if you look to the right, you can see our main competitor is Thinks for All. This is a brand underneath Thinks, and it's their affordable and accessible brand that's available at Target. And I've actually tested this product myself, and I have a pair, an unused pair right here, and I was 100% not impressed. So if you can see right here, the seams on this underwear are very large, and this is very bulky. While it's functional, it's not comfortable at all. There's no stretch this way, all the stretches this way. So the leg holes are very small, as well as like, because of these thick seams, you look and feel like you're wearing a diaper. And this is reflected in reviews on the product itself that you can find online. But you know, when you're looking for a sustainable product, this is not the quality that you want to get. So Monthly menstrual underwear will be more practical, of superior quality, and will be something that you feel good wearing. And hopefully you would choose that over this, which is basically like wearing a diaper, and nobody wants that. So taking a look at our financials, our revenue comes from e-commerce and a potential wholesaling to companies like Target and Urban Outfitters. And that's reflected down in the chart below if you look at year 2023. It will cost around $15,000 for Monthly to get off the ground, and this is including the entire prototyping process, social media campaigns, web design, packaging, branding packages, our testing, and all of that goes into getting this product and e-commerce site off the ground. And then let me just talk about the chart at the bottom a little bit. This chart works off the assumption that it will cost roughly $4 to both source and manufacture the underwear. Of course, this price margin will grow larger as we produce and sell more underwear, but that's what has been estimated for the purpose of these charts below. We hope to be in business for 5 months here in 2021, and I'm estimating that we sell a little bit under 2,000, and that we will have more than a 50% growth rate year to year, which is made possible by our comprehensive marketing planning, which is targeted ads across Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as a ton of influencer exposure. These numbers also include 1% of the profits going towards organizations fighting period poverty. So taking a look here at our milestones, you can see that in June 2021, we're hoping to finalize our prototype. In July 2021, we want to begin our product testing. In August, we want to open our pre-order. And by December, we want to be fully open and fully functioning e-commerce business. In the years 2022 and 2023, we're going to explore having new designs every month, new underwear designs every single month in limited quality, which will hopefully get people to subscribe to our pilot subscription service, where you would get these underwear every single month to help build your arsenal of underwear, menstrual underwear, because you definitely need more than one pair. And then by year 2023, we want to explore wholesaling capabilities and potentially expand into the European market. So a little bit about the team. I am Aiko Pickering. I am the founder. I am extremely passionate about Monthly. If you can't tell, I'm passionate about making products inclusive, accessible, especially in the menstrual product industry, and creating these products because women menstruate for on average 10 years of our life. So the fact that we have these products that aren't great, I know that I'm very passionate about creating something that's more affordable and available for consumers that can't afford to buy into these sustainable products right now. I have been working as hard as I can to be the best founder I can for this company, and to help this company be as successful as it can be. But I know that this isn't a one-woman show, and I haven't done it all on my own. I've been building a team of advisors and mentors to help me build Monthly. And to just highlight, Michelle Parvenru, Dr. Mosley, and Dr. Nelson have been integral in helping take Monthly from an ideation to helping me figure out how to take this company and make it something real. So I am asking for $3,500 to finish our product development and take our product to the market. The milestones we would reach with this money includes finishing the prototype, sourcing materials and securing a manufacturer, beginning the product testing, launching a larger social media campaign, and opening our e-commerce site up for pre-orders. This money would allow us to enter the market and begin growing this company sooner and at a larger scale than we are anticipating, because with that larger social media campaign comes more exposure before we open that pre-order. So I want to thank all of you for taking the time to listen to my pitch and learn more about Monthly and my business idea. And I'm here for any questions that you might have.
Aiko, good job.
Thank you.
You came in under time at 9 minutes and 15 seconds, so great job on that.
Thank you.
At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our judges to ask you questions and to give you feedback.
Great.
Great presentation. I think the only question I have, which will be a question that you'll have to ask when you're manufacturing. It's a product and I feel like it'll do well. How do you suppose that you're going to handle the demand of the rapid growth? Do you have that in mind?
So
or have you thought about it?
I have been thinking about that a bit. So I am very soon beginning to work, have recently began working with a technical fashion designer that has a lot of connections to the manufacturing industry. So what I want to do in the beginning of creating this product is buy in small batches and see how is this product going to start selling. As we gain more traction, I will go to a larger manufacturer overseas who can produce it in higher quantities. And then that's how I'm planning on handling that raising demand.
And my question, I guess, follows that fairly naturally. I was going to ask a supply chain related question. Do you anticipate any issues or challenges in getting raw materials and getting the things that you need to actually manufacture your product? So you think that you have some good sources of supply?
I do believe that I have some good sources of supply, and Monthly menstrual underwear, we will be using recycled materials where possible. And because recycled materials are easier to make and cheaper to make than raw materials, I don't believe that we'll run into any supply issues there. So that's what we're planning on, is that recycled material, and it's easily accessible.
Okay, thank you.
Nice presentation. My only question is about your price margins. I know you made mention that your competitors are able to provide high volume of output with their products. How are you going to be competitive as far as pricing? I know you made mention of that with the volume where you are right now.
Yes, so we are going to be cheaper because they're using organic materials and things like that.
Aiko, you cut out. Could you start the answer to that question over, please?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to be cheaper because we will be using those recycled materials, and the top market leaders don't use recycled materials. And like I mentioned, recycled materials are cheaper because when you take raw materials, it's a much longer process. So these recycled materials are cheaper in the front end of the price, as well as we will outsource our manufacturing to companies overseas to lower our manufacturing costs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more questions? All right. Aiko, good job.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Are you guys?
Sorry, I thought she was done.
That is okay.
I have to scroll too far back. Who's four?
Tiffany and Tyrone Lucas.
All right, I see Tyrone on here.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
All right, and you?
Doing just fine.
That's good.
So when you are ready to share your screen, go ahead and do so. And, and then let me know when you are ready to start your presentation. And I'll start the timer. You'll have up to 10 minutes, just like we've always done in the past. And then once you finish out, the judges will ask questions and give you feedback.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go. You got it.
Okay. I'm Tiffany Lucas here at T&J Realty and Restoration LLC, changing the community one house at a time, 17 interviews total. Problem worth solving. Many low-income families and veteran families struggle with housing needs due to credit and financial instability. And in Mobile County has a numerous blighted and rundown properties. The need for housing and blight go hand in hand together. We are T&J Realty Restoration LLC, solving problem of blight and rundown properties in Mobile County by restoring them and placing veterans and low-income families in beautiful, newly renovated homes. Value proposition: improving the quality of our customers' homes and saving on home operational costs with financial literacy classes, a dedicated 24-hour on-call maintenance team, furnished with appliances and modern design at no additional cost. Validation. Through customer interviews, we have discovered that many landlords don't fix issues in a timely manner. The customers or the tenants will call the landlord, and it may take anywhere between 3 to 7 days before the issue is actually fixed, which gives them a big headache. It causes many issues and problems, thus causing them money as well. Due to credit and financial issues, many are unable to find a decent home that are in their price range, whether that's to rent or to buy. So that's a struggle that they face quite often. And after many of the customers are able to actually move into a place or either find somewhere to live, they don't have the basic necessities nor the appliances that they need to actually live in the home. So they're having to go outside of the home to do things such as laundry, which causes them to increase the price and where they're living as well. Our market, the target market is veterans, low income and below poverty level. And of that, in Mobile County, 18% are veterans, 57% of those are low income, as well as 25% are below the poverty level. The Mobile County population roughly is about 188,720. And of those, 53% own their own home, which leaves us 47% of the population to actually pitch to rent and sell our homes to. The average mortgage is $1,167. The average rent is $857. And those living in the same house after 1 year is 85%. And all of these statistics come from the U.S. Census Bureau as well as National Association of Housing. Our financial projections for the year of 2022 is roughly 148,000 after expenses, and these are just those that we know would be basic expenses that we would accrue every year, would be 31,000, and that would leave us with a profit of 17,000. With the revenue, that includes 2 rental properties a month for the first year, and they total 18,000. And then we would want to purchase 2 homes, selling those for roughly 50,000 for one and 80,000 for the other, totaling 130,000. And then minus our salary expenses and wages of 24,000, insurance of 12,000, that still leaves us with that net profit of about $1,856 for that first year. Competitive landscape. Our competitors are Bowen Realty, and how our solution offer is better than theirs is we would offer rent to own and they don't. Keith Realty, none of their properties are newly renovated, and all of our properties will be newly renovated. As well as with the MLK Redevelopment Corporation, we would not have maximum income limit, nor would we have a minimum income limit. So we would be able to actually rent or sell to anyone that would need housing. Our milestones are to have our business plan by April the 26th, 2021, build our team by April the 29th, 2021, our business formation by May 3rd, 2021, our business account open by May the 3rd, as well as applying for the NRP properties by May the 10th of 2021. The team: Tiffany Lucas, owner. Tiffany is a registered nurse receiving a bachelor's degree in nursing from the University of Alabama. Tiffany and Tyrone Lucas have both served their country in the U.S. Navy and are both disabled veterans. Tyrone Lucas is a certified fabricator, assembler of metal products, trained at Austell, USA in their apprenticeship program, receiving a certificate of completion from the United States Department of Labor. Funding needed, $25,000. A whole house renovation price based on size in square feet. 1,000 square foot rental typical ranges between 15 to 60,000 with an average range of 20,000. We have 10,000 in capital, and we're seeking additional funding to assist in making someone's dreams come true with home ownership. The end.
Tiffany, good job. You came in just under 6 minutes there, 5 minutes and change. And I want to turn it over now to the judges to ask you questions and give you feedback. Okay. Judge?
Great job, Tiffany. First and foremost, thank you and Tyrone for your service. We appreciate your dedication.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My question is about your totals, and the expenses is my question. What do your expenses that first year consist of getting the property after you have bought the property? What do you presume your expenses will consist of that first year for properties?
Okay, and after actual buying the properties, we would look at expenses of expenses totaling the actual property itself, buying the property itself, and with the renovations for two is $100,000.
And that's two properties or just one?
Two properties.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Well, Tiffany, thanks for the presentation, and thanks to you and Tyrone for being community-minded and interested in improving neighborhoods here in Mobile. It's quite interesting. Could you share a little bit more about how you plan to promote your idea? It's certainly a good point, but give me a little bit more detail in terms of how you would promote, market your idea, especially since you have the competitors that you listed there. How do you plan to grab those folks from the competitors?
Okay, and then part of our marketing, we would use we're going to construct a web base. So we're going to have our own website itself. We're going to also use HUD, Veterans Home Housing. We're going to use Hub Home Store as well, Zillow, and we're going to use Google Leads and Facebook.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Valerie, you unmute. Valerie?
Yes, thank you for your presentation. And again, thank you and your husband for your service. My question is around the inventory. I know you talked about basic necessities and appliances, and I didn't hear you speak about that in your cost. How do you plan on being able to maintain inventory of those items in addition to maintaining a profit as you go throughout the next year or two?
And what we were looking into is partnering up with Lowe's because they have a veterans partnership as well. And we were going to look into getting the appliances with that. And that was included in the cost of the renovation as well as buying the home of the $50,000 for each.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. If there are no more questions, Tiffany, thank you very much. Good job. And we will see you again in just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, Thomas. Next up is Karen Hansberry.
She's here.
Great. Perfect. Karen,
Yes.
good to see you. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start sharing your screen. And then I'm gonna, when you tell me, I'll hit the timer and we'll time it 10 minutes just like we have in the past. And then once you're finished out, the judges will have time for Q&A and feedback with you.
Okay. Is it bothering anyone that I seem like I'm so close to my screen?
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Did we lose Valerie, Dr. Mosley? I don't see Valerie. Did we lose her?
Thomas?
It appears that we did.
She should be back in a second. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay, we may have put Valerie in the waiting room by accident.
Did I put the wrong person in the waiting room?
No, I don't think Tiffany's here.
Did you lose connection, Valerie, or?
I can't hear her.
We can't hear you.
Okay, so she's
Okay.
good.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to.
Once you turn your presentation on, we won't be able to see you anyway. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can everyone see my screen?
We can, Karen, but it's just the it's not the full screen. If you go to slideshow,
Yeah, I'm trying.
and just click from the beginning over there on the left.
There we go.
Yes, we got it. Good job.
Good deal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening. I am Karen Hansberry, and my company is Blueberry Hill Candle Company. And this company is was started due to the pandemic when I got to work from home. So I could no longer justify the expensive candles that I purchased that I usually burn once I got home. And so I took up with my hobby and went in there and started burning some of my own homemade candles and realized I'm pretty good at this. And it started, the name of the company started because I grew up in a small town called Bruton, Alabama. And in the back of my subdivision, we backed up to a blueberry field. So our subdivision was known as, wasn't called, but it was known as Blueberry Hill. And it's just such a wonderful place to grow up. And it just always made me feel wonderful and relaxed like candles did. And so those two came together for me. And we are committed to creating environmentally safe, healthy candles. You know how we always say burning two ends of the candle? Well, actually, that means you're a little stressed out. You're doing too much. And so we wanted to create a product that does it for me, which is burning a candle always relaxes me after I've been burning both ends of the candle. Our candles are hand poured. They are built for long lasting. We make them so that they burn for long hours. Very, very fragrant because I am a candle snob and I have to have candles that last from beginning to the end and you still smell it. They're environmentally safe. We use only products for that and they have to be in these beautiful vessels. Currently, the biggest problem that I see in my industry is that there are a lot of large retailers that purchase a lot of candles from overseas, mostly from China. Well, the problem with that is a lot of those jars and wicks and products they use, they contain lead and unhealthy products. So when you're burning them, you are actually inhaling smoke and scents that are not healthy and can be cancer causing. Our solution is that our target market, which are men and women who love to meditate and value self-care, yoga studios, spas, salons, candle enthusiasts, they will purchase our candles because they are designed to create ambiance, inspire relaxation, help you manage stress while providing safe alternatives to unsafe candle trends that are currently in our market. We offer, again, the best products for our candles and our waxes. Everything that we use will be meticulously paid attention to because it is a big problem currently. These are our customers that we plan on reaching. Again, those self-care enthusiasts, those who love to relax and have that, creating that atmosphere of relaxation. First-time home buyers, because of my job as a realtor, I do reach those individuals when I provide gifts to them. Yoga instructors that I am familiar with around town when I go to meditate, we want to provide our products and they have been some of our first test customers that said, yes, we definitely want this product. Spas around the city and hair salons that I currently do business with as well. Our business model is basically we will be going into, of course, our website will be our biggest one. We will be using certainly Shopify and Etsy. Again, as a realtor, I always make sure that my products are in the gift baskets that I provide to people who are closing on their homes. We will be doing wholesaling with at least right now 3 gift shops, boutiques, and urban emporium. And I love doing craft and art shows. That will be definitely one of the places that we reach our customers. Pop-up shop events, Bama in a Box as one of our wholesalers. And then currently to reach our customers and to make sure we have validation for the products that we're putting in the market, we always provide a feedback card so that our customers can give us feedback to let us know where we're doing wonderfully and also where we need to make some changes, because it may be that our customers' needs have changed and we want to make sure that we always stay up on market trends. What we will be providing in order to make sure that we are competitive in the market with big retailers is we always provide superior customer service. And that will be 7 days a week. They can reach us at our website or as an online chat. Environmentally safe waxes and materials will always be used to make sure that we are not just saying this is the product that we're using. This is actually what we're putting out there. We are committed to making sure that all of our candles are healthy. We price our products so that they get high quality for a great price, but they also receive that added value of knowing, you know what, I'm not inhaling any toxins. They are lung burning. We have many, many different delightfully fragrant candles, our diffusers, our essential oils, and our actual melter warmers are just absolutely gorgeous because I take pride in making sure that we provide only the best for our customers. And each customer gets a handwritten note because we feel like this inspires them to say, you know what, this company cares about me, but they're also providing a service to us. And so we are hoping that that makes sure that they come back as a repeat customer, because word of mouth is the very best customer that you can have. And we also want to make sure that our website is easy to navigate, because sometimes you can go on sites and it's so overwhelming that you kind of lose, you put things in a basket and you just leave them there because it's just too much and it's not easy to navigate. So that's important to me as we work on our web design. What we are doing, we know that our biggest competitors, that doggone Bath and Body Works, they have these wonderful sales and they have these wonderfully fragrant candles. They do smell wonderful. They're just not as safe for customers out there because of some of the toxins that are in them because of the products that are used. And so we want to make certain that we don't want to put out any type of product that we know that we're in competition with them, but we also don't want to lower our standards and our values just to make money off of this, because we want it to be healthy. And currently, this is the way that we plan on using it. We plan on making sure we do email blast with our current customers that we have in our database. We will be sending out emails that let them know of events that are coming up with us, text messages for sales and events. And in addition to inviting people to connect with us, and also we will have that 24/7 sales chat support for individuals who may have questions, any leads that we get. So we will be using that social media clickbait campaigns. We have hired a social media coordinator. This person is going to run our social media pages, as well as helping to navigate those advertising online for us. Again, those repeat customers are certainly part of our marketing to reach back to them. And just that outreach on our actual social media pages, our individual business pages. Those are some of the things that we will do to market our products. Before we go on to the financials, I just want to let you know that some of the ways we work with, we are going to work with getting around Bath and Body Works and Yankee Candles kicking our butt because of their semi-annual sales, is we're having our sales 2 months always before them. So we'll have our semi-annually as well. However, we will be launching and putting those sales out 2 months before them. The person that is running our social media page, she will be doing incentives and discounts and offering those during periodic contests about sharing our page and things of that nature that you do see. We will be utilizing that type of marketing as well. And because this is a hobby of mine, that's why I have that base, a large database now, because I've always provided candles to my friends as gifts. So it did create a great market for me to be able to have that to them, and they pass it on to their friends. And so we were able to actually reach a lot of people during my interviews, because we had so many people referring and saying, hey, well, you need to talk to this person. So that was great for us. I think that's about it. I just wanted to make certain that I reached everything before we got to the financials. Another big thing I want to note, because I've been doing this for a while and it is so hard and so expensive to find the right candle wax, because some of the products, most of the products that they use in those larger retailers, they're using paraffin, and paraffin is the issue. And so soy and coconut wax, those are the ones that are safer. They burn well and they're not putting any toxins out into the environment. Well, the thing about that is it's a little bit more expensive. So currently it costs me in my new stages of—
Aaron, try to wrap up. We're over 10 minutes by about 37 seconds. So
oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And sorry about that. So sorry, I went over. I'm going to start back over, sorry, so I can get back to my screen. These are our financials, and this is our timeline. The first quarter, we did our market research. We learned and did research on how to launch a business. We raised capital and continued our product testing. We are completing this class in the second quarter. We finished up our interviews. We are finalizing our logo design, product testing, and we hired an accountant to make certain that we're doing things properly financially. In the third quarter, we'll be forming our LLC, open our business account. We have already hired the accountant, so that was done. Purchase our sales tracking software, design and launch our website, and open our online accounts to sell. Continue building our inventory in the last quarter, create our social media page, begin our pre-launch sales during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday, finalize our contracts with gift shops, boutiques, and urban emporium, and set up our displays and deliver our products to our vendors. And our official launch date is on January the 1st of 2022. This is our team, and we have Bashan Shepherd, that is our design team. Miss Lucky is our launch, the company that will be doing our launch. Megan Callier is the person who is running our social media pages, her PR company. Jafar Ballard is our accountant, and myself, the sole proprietor, is the owner. These are things that are needed to get started up for our business in order to go larger and make it an actual official business. And these are our funding needs that will be needed in order to launch successfully.
Okay,
And that's
Karen.
it. Sorry to go over.
That is okay. Thank you for that presentation. And I'm going to turn it over to the judges for Q&A. They might ask you to refer back to a slide.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Judges?
I have a question. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
I can barely hear you. Let me see if I can turn my volume up and see if it's on my end.
I think when I got logged out, that may have happened. Can you hear me all right? A little bit. Let me turn mine up.
Okay. I have it on 100 and it won't go any further. So if I lean in.
How long does it take you to create a candle, and how are you going to maintain the demand if you have a large order?
So I have thought about that and started interviewing. It only takes you probably about an hour to make a candle. However, in order for it to be high quality and make certain that it burns the same scent from beginning to all the way through to the end, you have to cure it for 2 weeks. And so I have began discussing with different wholesalers about utilizing, they have like space where you can utilize for larger orders. And I have started speaking with individuals about interning to assist me, because currently I am a one-man show. And so I have started speaking with individuals about internships, as well as others who want to be a part of the business, about what we can do to bring in others that can assist with the actual manufacturing of the candles.
Great, thank you. Nice presentation.
Well, this was a great presentation. You have given this considerable thought, and it was quite interesting and very detailed. If you're asked what you anticipate to be the 2 or 3 biggest problems in making this candle business successful, what might be those 2 or 3 areas that you would need to overcome?
Well, the first one would be if it starts getting larger than my forecast. Is I have a full-time job. I work for the city of Mobile, and I'm also a realtor part-time. And so I would have to make some decisions. So that's my biggest problem.
Okay.
And answering to my husband would be part of that problem as well. The second one would be suppliers. Currently, I have gone to 2 different supply companies, and I feel that's important because I need to see how large your warehouse is, because as I did my research, there are so many people who have problems with getting their supplies, getting your vessels, getting your oils, getting your wax. That's an issue if my supplier can't provide to me what I need to actually run my business. And so I'm trying to make sure that I choose the right supplier who has a very large warehouse, a very large inventory, and they have great shipping, because that's very important to me to make sure that it doesn't stop my business, which could really and truly just derail me almost immediately. And I don't want that to happen. But those are my 2 biggest issues.
Thank you. Very good.
Corita, we can't hear you.
Great presentation. It was very intriguing. I love the backstory of how people get started. So great presentation. My question, I think, would piggyback off of the other 2 questions that were asked prior to my question. How are you going to manage work-life balance? Which I know is a question we all as entrepreneurs have to ask ourselves. But with you having a job with the City of Mobile and being a realtor, and this is an interesting concept that may take off pretty quickly. Have you thought about you're going to cope with the work-life balance part of it?
I have actually been with the city now. This is my second career. I was in corporate first. I left there to come into, I work with the HUD contracts that the city receives from HUD, our grant funds. And so it has been so rewarding, but currently I'm 12 years in and my husband is retired. And so I'm at home with him a lot and he's bored. So if I had to transition, it would be something wonderful to transition to. It's my own business about something that I love so much, because this is a second career for me. The real estate side, I had to learn and get my real estate license because of my job with the city. And so it wouldn't break my heart. I love doing it, but I really love making candles more. So it would not be a hard choice if it got to the point where it's like, oh, I'm so successful. I get to do this all day, every day. And without giving TMI, I'm empty nest. And because of that wonderful estrogen levels, I don't sleep a lot. And so I am always up in that bonus room, which is now the candle company, making candles, experimenting with fragrances, all of that. So that's where I get the time from. I have all this energy that needs to get out, and that's where I put it, is into making candles.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Karen, thank you very much. Good presentation.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yes, Thomas is gonna put you back for just a moment in the waiting room till we finish the last one, and then we'll bring you back. Roderick, how are you, sir?
Roderick, you're muted.
There you go. Nervous, Doc. How you doing?
Hey, don't be. We've been doing this 10 weeks. You got it down, man. You got it down.
Yeah.
Your smooth delivery. So we're gonna have you share your screen, and just like normally, and you let me know when you're ready, and I'll put the timer on like we always do, and then you just go for it. And then once you're finished, we'll have the judges ask you questions and give you feedback.
Okay. All right, let's see. All right.
Okay, we're ready, Roderick.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roderick Quinney, and the name of my company is YouWroteIt.com. YouWroteIt is the ultimate social media entity operating exclusively on the internet that offers memberships. We bring people from all walks of life and industry together as members via one unique website, uniquely in one place, for one sole purpose of showcasing talent. Our initial areas are designed to showcase talents of amateur and freelance inventors, musicians, dancers, singers, writers of short stories and novels, poets, photographers, and artists and painters. We offer memberships for adults and kids. Millions of the young and older people have extraordinary skills that they wish to showcase, yet they lack a platform to do so and money to develop further and explore those talents. It is a significant problem that hinders many talented people from further nurturing their abilities. There is currently no one unique website, uniquely in one place, for one sole purpose of showcasing and conducting money giveaways for talent of amateur freelancers. The site is free for public viewing. The site only allows members to upload their talent captured and formatted in text, picture files, and videos, and only members may vote on each other's work for money giveaways. The subscription price will be $3.99 a month. In a nutshell, sharing members is not only allows them to showcase and participate in monetary giveaways, but also lets them build up their portfolio and help recruiters and employers find them. For validation, testing was done by posting ads on Facebook. The reach on the first day of posting ads on Facebook was about 2,000 people, which also resulted in 50 clicks on the landing page. The reach after 1 week of Facebook ads was 100,000 people. We also conducted interviews. The interview count thus far is 10, with all thus far validating our assumptions. And most of those interviews having been conducted with directors with the Mississippi Arts Commission. The count is in the hundreds for interviews conducted before this class using a similar process, which only asked 2 questions to gauge each person's interest in the idea. Our target market is amateur freelancers of all ages with talent to showcase. We segment our target market in terms of revenue potential, with millennials ages 18 to 34 being our largest target. Platforms that are our major competitors like 99 Design, Freelancer.com, Fiverr, and others are growing quickly. Over the last decade, social media has evolved from being a mere platform to a part and parcel of the everyday life of users. Businesses today are using social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter to exhibit their brands, products, to build brand image, and expand their client base. This chart below shows average time spent per day on select digital media from 2011 to 2015, with obvious increase in time spent. This chart shows the most popular social networks worldwide as of July 2020, with obviously Facebook being the largest with 2,701,000,000 active users. At the bottom of the chart, still with over 300 million active users, is Quora. Social networking sites are now estimated at 278,414 and have 3.6 billion users, and these figures are still expected to grow. None of our competitors are at the level of social networking groups depicted on the chart. We will be using some of those platforms from the chart directly above to market our site. We will keep track of numerous indicators and metrics to know our status, such as the following: daily active member users, revenue per month, and platform user time, just to name a few. Every business, no matter its level, requires marketing to thrive. And this is why we have set aside a budget for marketing our company. The following are the marketing strategies we will adopt. Utilize friends and families to promote awareness for the business, getting online reviews, and search engine optimization, to name a few. Publicity, of course, is a critical process for any business that intends to create awareness in the industry. Below are the various platforms we intend to use in publicizing and advertising, which include social media and word of mouth. This pitch deck has the financial information for our company, You Wrote It LLC, in the following slides. Tables and charts showing annual projections for the first 5 business years were prepared for inclusion in our business plan. Since the financial documentation is quite lengthy, only the charts with brief explanations are included in the pitch deck. The chart below is the cash flow projection chart for 5 years, showing the movement of cash within the business. There's an increase in cash balance at the end of every year. Break even is the point where the business neither makes profit nor loss. Below is a break even analysis chart showing that we should break even in year 2. The chart below is the profit and loss projection in the first 5 business years. The sales are seen to increase each year, causing a considerable increase in net profit too. The financial forecast of the net worth from the balance sheet of the business is shown in the chart below. It shows steady growth in net worth. Because we're a startup, all of our milestones right now are in progress. Our company management and operation are comprised of 2 levels, an advisory panel and an operational team. The advisory panel is currently staffed and operational. And the most important part of the operational team will be the guy that is, he's right now, he's a programmer for NASA, and he's gonna take over once we start actual development. If awarded any prize monies, You Wrote It will use the first prize winning of $3,500 to pay towards production of a minimal viable product. The company has obtained a project proposal from an organization for production of an MVP. The MVP production would be for a website and mobile app design and prototypes at the fixed price, quote, of $8,500. Any questions?
Roderick, good job on your presentation. And I'm going to turn it over to the judges now to ask questions and interact with you.
Okay. So should I go back through the slides?
Well, Roderick, you're actually, you're frozen on the screen where your picture is. Maybe just leave the slides up or take them down, and let's see if you're animated after you take them down.
Let's see.
Yeah, your pose is flattering. You're fine. Just answer questions.
Let's see.
Yes, you're back live with us now.
Okay.
Well, Roderick, I'll just start off with a question. In terms of the basic service that you're offering, share with us briefly again, why is your idea so distinctive? What is so different about it in the competitive world that you're going to enter? You just share with us briefly, what is so distinctive about this value proposition that you're offering?
All right, the main things are going to be that the members and let me get myself together. Okay, the social aspect for the members, first of all. During our testing, we heard back that a lot of the people that are sharing now on social media feel like that the free sites, they're not really as, what's the word? One of the main feedbacks I got was they felt like it wasn't real. Like the people they were interacting with were kind of like bobbleheads. And I hate to say that, but that was actually one of the comments that I received, and they felt like they really wanted meaningful relationships out of what they were sharing, and they felt like if there was a community dedicated strictly to artists and people with talent, that they could give real feedback to each other and really kind of come together and help each other develop their arts.
Okay, well, good. That was very helpful. Appreciate it.
Great presentation. And so how do you plan on targeting, sorry, I can't see my screen. I had technical difficulties just a second ago, but I wanted to find out, how are you going to target the freelancers that you're speaking of? And how are you going to make them show up differently than what people perceive as bobbleheads? How are you going to make that? Because I totally understand what you're saying, but how are you going to make that differentiation?
Okay. I hate I had to say that.
No, that was good because I could really resonate with that.
Yeah, I couldn't think of
that
another
experience,
word.
so that was good.
Okay. Okay. I got the bobbleheads part now. Give me I'm not laughing. Give me the first part of the question.
How are you going to make your the team that you're going to get, or the people that's going to be sourcing on your site, how are you going to make them appear to be more real and relational?
Okay. One of the things that we were discussing, let me see, how do I put this? Okay. One of our options actually is we plan on having a real meeting places. After we get to a certain growth with the company, we want to start developing actual sites that the people can actually come to for free as long as you're a member, sign in and have meetings, do showcases, work on your medium, whatever your medium is, and actually meet the people that you're communicating with online. That's one of them. And the way we're targeting those people, one of the people that actually talked to us during this process, was a guy named Jared, and he told us that, or he kind of gave us some inside information on how he connects with the people on Facebook. And he told me to target the groups on Facebook. And I started looking into the groups on Facebook and the ones that would be related to what I'm doing, and found out that these groups are huge in the hundreds of thousands of people. And I've started communicating with certain people on these groups and started kind of interacting with them so that I can start planning my launch, because I know my launch is going to rely heavily on these groups, because I've gotten into groups that have 450,000 people, and that's only in 2 of my categories, and I still haven't tapped into the rest of those categories. So those are going to be integral into my launch.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Great presentation, and I love the comment about the bobblehead. I mean, I think we're all realists here, so we actually appreciate it. So I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The financials, are they based on the $3.99 subscription that you were talking about? Okay, and then my second question is, as your business grows, have you thought about making it like a tier leveled subscription going forward? And then 2, have you thought about, you're basically creating a meeting point for freelancers to find opportunities.
Yes.
Have you thought about some kind of commission-based platform to kind of grow your bottom line as your business grows?
Okay. Now, that's information that is not supposed to come out for a while. But
okay.
Actually, the way I planned it out is that once we start getting, I hope, in the millions of members, and start getting these people hired, or being able to kind of hire some of the people ourselves to promote on the site, like if we have artists sponsored on the site, and be able to give them a salary from the membership ourselves and sponsor that artist until they get signed with someone. And then at that point, have like a 10% finder's fee, or, you know, there's a lot of different things that I have been in the works in the future, but most of it depends on having a great kickoff. So we're going to be very heavily marketed in the beginning until the word starts picking up and starts carrying us forward.
Perfect. Thank you.
Roderick, good job. I forgot to tell you, you did come in under the 10-minute mark, so good work on that. And now Thomas is going to place you back in the waiting area, and then once our judges deliberate, we'll bring everybody back in.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Goodbye, Mr. User.
Y'all, how was the process? Was it difficult to get your top 3?
It was.
Yeah, you guys kind of made it tough for us. It was a pickle, but we got through it.
We owe you for this one.
Hey, Don, when Thomas promises that check, we made that decision pretty quickly.
Oh, that's great. Well, we want to thank you before we call them in for taking your time to do this tonight. I know we're running a little over, so appreciate your efforts. And we'll get Thomas to bring it back in. I'll say a couple of things, and then we'll announce the order.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you all.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. You let me know when we got everybody. I can't see everybody.
Well, we have no one in a waiting room or a breakout room, so we're good.
Okay, that's perfect. All right, class, good job tonight on your presentations. We have finished strong. Just a couple of things. This may have been one of the, what's that? Okay. This may have been one of the more difficult or challenging jobs for the judges to pick the top three tonight. It was a close race for sure, but I'd like to remind you, everybody is a winner in the program this evening because all of you get a $1,200 stipend for participating in the Minority Business Development Program. So we're all winners, and always know that we are here for you as you move your concepts forward.
I don't get a stipend.
No, you don't, but you get to work with me and Zane, so that
it's all worthwhile.
Right, that's right. So let me go ahead and announce the winners. If you recall, the first week of class, we noted that the individual with the most interviews would have a stipend, an additional stipend of $500, and that goes to Asia Drake. Asia, you did a great job with your interviews. You really drilled down hard, so I'm going to give you a 10.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now to the pitch order, and we're going to start with the second runner-up. Second runner-up tonight, Tiffany Lucas. You have come in second runner-up with your realty concept, and we're excited for you, and let's give you a hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yes, indeed.
Okay, first runner-up is Roderick with You Wrote It. Roderick, good job.
Congratulations,
good job.
Roderick.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Roderick, last week you had some technical difficulties beyond your control, so good job finishing strong without
yes,
a practice round. And then without further ado, our grand prize winner is Iko with Monthly.
Congratulations, Iko.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I wish this was in person and we could hug and celebrate, face to face. But want to thank you for participating this year. All of you did a great job. Thomas and I are going to have some feedback for you that we'll type up this weekend and send out to you so that you have some feedback from tonight's session. And also, we are here, Thomas and I are here to help and assist you as you move your concepts forward, as is the mentoring team. Most of you, I think, took advantage of one or more of the mentors and you told us about that. So good job, and continue to work with them. And do you have any, let's see, I think we've got everybody's paperwork in, so we can go ahead and start submitting the information to get you all paid. And I'll follow up with Ms. Backlund to see what that timeline looks like. She told me, I think, that everybody's submitted their paperwork, so we shouldn't have any issues there. Just realize that in a university setting, it moves like very slowly compared to the private sector.
And that's an understatement.
Yes, sir, that is.
I'm going to leave Dr. Mosley and Dr. Nelson. Nice to have been part of this event and look forward to future updates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Well, I'll open it up to the class for any final thoughts or comments that you might have.
Congratulations, Iko,
Yes.
Tiffany and Tyrone, Karen, Calvin, and Roderick. You all did a fantastic job, and I'm super proud of all of you. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to come in the future.
Looking forward to seeing all of you guys' businesses. It has been so awesome being in class with you guys. I feel like we had such a great class and team. And I just call on me for anything you need, test product testers, any of that. Except for you, Roderick, I don't have any talent. So
The Sex Pistols didn't have any talent, and they had one of the best-selling albums of all time.
Yeah.
Let's record something. I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't care. I hardly ever care about things I shouldn't say. I want to let you guys all know, every single one of you was in at least one of the judges' top 3.
Yeah.
Every single one of you. It
Yep.
was really bottom to top. It was a tough decision for them.
Yes.
No one should feel like they didn't do a fantastic job, and that's the truth. And
That's
as you
true.
guys develop these businesses in the future, we'll be here for you, and we will do our best. We can't do the work for you, but we can do our best to point you in the right direction.
thank you. We appreciate that. This has been an awesome experience. And I am just so fortunate to feel like I have this resource.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, first and foremost, congratulations to all the participants in the class. Y'all did very, very well. We pitched, Dr. V and I pitched 2 years ago, and we have gone through this process. And let's just say all of y'all pitched very much better than I did. But let me just give you some encouragement, because that's what I do anyway. Just know that starting a business is rewarding. You'll have some tough times. You'll have some times where you want to laugh. You'll have some times where you want to cry. But just remember your why, and remember that Dr. Mosley, Dr. Nielsen, University of South Alabama, everybody has always been so open and honest and supportive to give you whatever you need. So always ask questions, continue to ask questions. If you don't ask, it can't get fixed. And just know that everybody did a great job tonight. So I'm very, very proud of everyone.
Yes, I would definitely second that. I thought it was phenomenal, and Dr. Nelson, it was spot on, because we had every one of you on the list, and that's pretty impressive. And similar to what Karita was saying, to piggyback on that, we were a part of this process 2 years ago, so we know what it felt like to put it together and have to present it, and the nervousness and the sleepless nights and the revisions and the changes that, and all those things. But I just want to share with you, those that have, you have your plan together. And we were in the boat where it was one person selected in our group, not a number of people selected. And even though we weren't a part of that selection, we have quadrupled, no, I would say our business has grown tremendously just by having that foundation and revisiting. I've been in business for 22 years, and going through that process, I don't care how long you've been in business, it's still good to reflect, refresh, and renew. And our business has grown tremendously as a result of being a part of this program and having the connections that we have. So just know that you are about to reach the apex of your potential soon. So get ready and be prepared. So continue the preparation that you're doing.
And let me just say one more thing to Tiffany and Tyrone. So I know you don't see my husband behind here, but he's standing behind here.
Understand.
I am so supportive of husband and wife businesses. And let me just tell you, I don't know if y'all are alike or totally different. Me and Larry are totally different. They can vouch for that. But what you have, what all of you all have is something special. But Tiffany, I want you to really think about the contractors that you can give an opportunity to as well, and the people that you're providing housing for. I think you're in the middle of a situation that could be a meeting and opportunity for both, especially you wrote it. That concept is different from something that I've hardly seen. So you all have great concepts. It was so hard to pick tonight. I'm just so proud of all of you all.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Keep shining.
Thank you.
Keep
And
shining.
Tiffany, you have my number, so you know that
I will be calling you. You know
I'm
it.
your hotline.
Call
I'm not
me
your
too,
competition.
Tiffany.
I'm your hotline. Let's do this.
Yes. Ms. Cohen, can I get your number in chat?
Yes, I will give everyone my number.
Thank you.
So you all call if y'all need anything. I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you so much.
Well, class, let me share with you. Thomas and I are going to send out an evaluation form. So next week you don't have class. If you could just take a few minutes to complete that for us, that helps us validate what we're doing with our sponsor partners.
Yes.
And then as graduates of this year's program, you'll be included. We were supposed to have an alumni gathering the spring of 2020 and COVID shut us down. But the two ladies on the call, Valerie and Karita and Jabaria, who you met on a previous call, they all are interested in helping us organize this alumni gathering. And the dean, our new dean, is very interested in that. So once we have details, we'll push that out to you so that you can be included in that gathering and celebration.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all, thank you so much for your time and your commitment this semester. We really appreciate it. And I'm gonna miss seeing you, so y'all need to contact us, come by and let us know your progress.
Thomas and I are going to make candles together. He's going to come up and help me with my fragrances.
Do not.
I haven't forgotten
think
that.
That's a joke. Do not think that's a joke. I am
I'm not
serious as a
laughing.
heart attack. All right.
I'm not laughing.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Good night.
Good
night.
night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.